Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're slithering deep into the mesmerizing and multifaceted world of snakes, those incredible reptiles scientifically known as serpentes, which captivate us with their mystique, adaptability, and sheer diversity, thriving on land and in the vast oceans. You all are here for an absolutely epic wildlife adventure. So grab a giant drink, a massive snack spread, maybe a comfy blanket and a notebook, and settle in for an unbelievably colossal deep dive into everything that makes snakes so extraordinary. From their jaw-dropping physical adaptations to their complex behaviors, critical ecological roles, profound cultural and symbolic significance across religions and civilizations, and a treasure trove of fun facts that'll keep you hooked for this marathon journey. Let's kick things off with where snakes make their homes. These remarkable creatures inhabit every continent except Antarctica, showcasing their adaptability across an astonishing array of environments: scorching deserts, lush rainforests, windswept grasslands, rugged mountains, murky swamps, urban gardens, and even the open seas. Terrestrial snakes navigate their world by burrowing beneath sand, scaling towering trees, or gliding silently through underbrush, while sea snakes, perfectly adapted to marine life, glide through tropical waters of the Indo-Pacific, from coral reefs to open ocean. Their physical capabilities are nothing short of miraculous. Lacking limbs, snakes rely on elongated, sinuous bodies supported by up to 400 vertebrae, granting them unparalleled flexibility to twist, coil, and strike with precision. On land, they move using four distinct locomotion styles: serpentine, weaving in elegant S-shaped curves; sidewinding, a bizarre, almost magical motion for desert species to traverse loose sand; concertina, folding and unfolding like an accordion to climb steep surfaces or squeeze through crevices; and rectilinear, a slow, straight crawl powered by gripping belly scales. Sea snakes, with their flattened, paddle-like tails, swim with grace, diving to depths exceeding 300 feet and holding their breath for up to 2 hours, thanks to a specialized lung that stretches nearly their entire body length. Their skin is a masterpiece, covered in keratin scales. Yes, the same material as human fingernails that reduce friction, provide camouflage, and shield against predators, with some species shedding up to 6 times a year to grow or clear parasites. Fun fact, each snake's scale pattern is as unique as a human fingerprint, a natural signature etched into their skin. Their jaws are a marvel of evolution, unhinged and hyper-flexible, allowing them to swallow prey 3 times their head's diameter, with stretchy ligaments and muscles detaching the lower jaw temporarily to engulf meals whole, a process that can take hours for large prey. Snakes are exclusively carnivorous, with diets as varied as their habitats. Terrestrial species feast on rodents, birds, eggs, frogs, lizards, and even other snakes, while sea snakes target fish, eels, and occasionally crustaceans, using venom to subdue their catch. About 20% of snakes are venomous, equipped with specialized fangs. Cobras boast fixed fangs for quick strikes, while vipers wield hinged fangs that snap forward like switchblades. Venom, a complex blend of proteins, can paralyze, dissolve tissue, or disrupt blood clotting, with some species, like the inland taipan, capable of killing a human in under an hour, though many bites are dry, delivering no venom as a warning. Non-venomous snakes, like pythons and boas, master the art of constriction, coiling around prey to suffocate it by preventing lung expansion, exerting pressures up to 12 pounds per square inch. Fun fact, certain snakes, like king snakes, are immune to rattlesnake venom, boldly preying on their venomous cousins without a scratch. Their sensory prowess is extraordinary. Lacking external ears, snakes detect vibrations through their jaws, sensing footsteps or rustling prey from yards away. Their forked tongues, flicking up to 10 times per second, collect scent particles and channel them to the Jacobson's organ, a chemosensory marvel that lets them taste the air, tracking prey or mates with surgical precision, even in pitch-black darkness. Pit vipers and some pythons possess heat-sensing pits, detecting infrared radiation from warm-blooded prey up to 3 feet away, like thermal goggles built into their faces. Vision varies. Arboreal snakes have sharp binocular eyesight for spotting birds, while burrowing species rely on scent, their eyes covered by translucent scales. Ecologically, snakes are indispensable. As predators, they regulate populations of rodents, insects, and fish, preventing crop devastation or ecological imbalance. As prey, they sustain hawks, eagles, big cats, crocodiles, and larger snakes, anchoring food webs. Sea snakes maintain marine ecosystems by controlling fish populations, supporting coral reef health. Their burrowing aerates soil, benefiting plants, while their consumption of fruit-eating prey aids seed dispersal, fostering forest growth. Yet snakes face dire threats: deforestation, pollution, coastal development, climate change, and human fear drive habitat loss and persecution, with the illegal pet trade further endangering rare species. Sea snakes are particularly vulnerable to coral bleaching, which disrupts their hunting grounds. Conservation efforts, like protected reserves, anti-poaching laws, and public education campaigns, are vital to dispel myths and safeguard these creatures. Behaviorally, snakes are a tapestry of intrigue. Most are solitary, converging only to mate, but some, like garter snakes, form spectacular communal gatherings, hibernating in dens of thousands, emerging in spring to create mating balls, where dozens of males vie for a single female, entwining in a writhing dance. Terrestrial snakes bask on sun-warmed rocks to regulate body temperature, while sea snakes surface every 30 minutes to breathe, unable to extract oxygen from water. Mating rituals are elaborate. Males deploy pheromones, rub chins along females' bodies, or engage in combat dances, intertwining and wrestling rivals to assert dominance. Most snakes are oviparous, laying between 2 and 100 eggs in concealed nests of soil or leaf litter, though ovoviviparous species, like boas and sea snakes, live young, up to 20 in a single litter for sea snakes, with newborns swimming instantly. Fun fact, some females store sperm for up to 5 years, delaying fertilization until conditions are optimal. Hatchlings are independent, armed with venom or constriction skills, but face high predation, with only 10% surviving their first year. Physically, snakes are engineered for survival. Their bodies range from mere inches in thread snakes to over 30 feet in reticulated pythons, with lightweight skeletons maximizing agility. Their hearts shift position to accommodate swallowed prey, and their slow metabolism allows fasting for 6 months after a large meal, burning just 10% of the energy a mammal would. Sea snakes' lungs extend 3/4 of their body, storing oxygen for deep dives, while some terrestrial species enter brumation, a reptile hibernation, to survive cold or drought. Fun fact, gliding snakes flatten their ribs to form a parachute, soaring between trees for distances exceeding 300 feet, a feat of aerodynamic brilliance. Lifespans vary. Small species live 5 to 10 years, while giants like anacondas reach 30 years or more. Culturally, snakes are potent symbols, embodying dualities of danger and divinity. In ancient Egypt, the cobra, or uraeus, adorned pharaohs' crowns, symbolizing protection and sovereignty, linked to the goddess Wadjet. In Greek mythology, snakes represented healing, entwined around the rod of Asclepius, still a medical emblem today. Hinduism reveres nagas, serpent deities guarding treasures and waters, celebrated in festivals like Nag Panchami. In Chinese culture, the snake is a zodiac sign, symbolizing wisdom, intuition, and elegance, with jade snake carvings signifying prosperity. Indigenous Australian Dreamtime stories cast the rainbow serpent as a creator god, shaping landscapes and life. In Christianity, the serpent in Eden symbolizes temptation and sin, while in African Yoruba religion, the snake god Oshunmare represents cycles of life and renewal. Mesoamerican cultures, like the Aztecs, worshipped Quetzalcoatl, the feathered serpent, embodying knowledge and creation. In modern contexts, snakes symbolize transformation due to skin shedding, appearing in tattoos, jewelry, and literature, though media often cast them as villains, fueling ophidiophobia, the fear of snakes, affecting 10% of people. Fun fact, snake charmers in India use cobras' defensive swaying, not music, to create their hypnotic performances, as snakes are deaf to airborne sounds. Their intelligence is underrated. Snakes solve mazes, recognize handlers, and some, like rattlesnakes, guard offspring for weeks. A rare parental instinct. Venom fuels medical breakthroughs, with components in drugs for hypertension, blood clots, and chronic pain, saving countless lives. Behaviorally, snakes are endlessly surprising. Hognose snakes play dead, convulsing and emitting foul odors, while cobras erect hoods, flaring neck ribs to intimidate. Sea snakes, though docile, wield venom 10 times deadlier than a rattlesnake's, paralyzing fish instantly. Fun fact, rattlesnakes control venom dosage, sparing it for prey over defense, a strategic choice. Hunting tactics vary. Some ambush from branches, others chase prey, and sea snakes herd fish into tight balls for efficient strikes. Their skin is waterproof, with sea snakes' scales forming a tighter seal, and frequent shedding in humid climates keeps them agile. Another fun fact, egg-eating snakes dislocate spinal vertebrae to crush eggs internally, regurgitating shells in a neat coil. Reproduction is versatile. Parthenogenesis allows some females to produce offspring without males, cloning themselves in isolated populations. Snakes contribute to ecosystems beyond predation. Their shed skins provide calcium for birds, and their burrows shelter amphibians. Fun fact, sea snakes absorb up to 20% of their oxygen through their skin, extending dive times. Socially, some species share dens, coiling hundreds together for warmth, while others, like coral snakes, mimic venomous species' colors to deter predators, a tactic called bait-shin mimicry. Their scales' microscopic ridges reduce drag, boosting speed, and some cultures craft drums from snake skins, though conservationists advocate alternatives. Fun fact, blind snakes navigate underground using chemical cues, surviving in near-total darkness. Their eyes, lidless and shielded by spectacles, give them a piercing gaze, renewed with each shed. Sea snakes sense ocean currents via magnetic fields, navigating vast waters with ease. Another fun fact, rear-fanged snakes, like the boomslang, chew venom into prey, delivering it slowly but effectively. Conservation challenges persist. Over 50 species face extinction, with sea snakes hit hard by reef loss. Ecotourism, like India's snake sanctuaries, promotes coexistence, while research into venom and locomotion inspires robotics and medicine. Snakes' cultural roles extend to modern symbolism. Corporations use snake logos for agility, and environmentalists view them as bioindicators, their decline signaling ecosystem stress. Fun fact, some snakes shiver to generate heat, a rare reptilian trait. Their digestive systems dissolve bones, extracting 90% of nutrients, and their kidneys concentrate urine to conserve water. In folklore, snakes guard sacred springs, embodying mystery. Another fun fact, spitting cobras aim venom at eyes with 90% accuracy, causing intense pain to deter threats. Their adaptability shines in urban areas, where rats sustain them, though human-snake conflicts rise. Before wrapping up, here's a final batch. Snakes' tongues detect scent gradients, guiding them through mazes. In Japan, white snakes symbolize luck. Their jaws exert forces up to 20 pounds per square inch, and their ability to climb vertical surfaces comes from scale friction, gripping like tiny hooks. All right, you incredible nature enthusiasts. That's our ultra deep dive into the world of snakes, the remarkable Serpentes. These reptiles embody nature's genius, from their limbless prowess to their sacred symbolism. If you enjoyed this, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and drop a comment, share your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay curious, keep exploring, and let's keep celebrating the wonders of the natural world together.